Hi friends, welcome to Cards by TLC. My name is Tammy Civello and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area, and welcome back to my weekly Fun Fold Fridays. And we are bringing you another Fun Fold premiere. So if you are watching Friday, September 22nd, 2023, 9 a.m. Pacific time, you will notice a live chat off to the right hand side of your screen, and I'm actually here in the chat right along with you to help answer any questions you may have. And if you happen to be watching the replay, just put hashtag replay. I always go back and answer questions. Now, YouTube does require you to have a Gmail account if you want to participate live in the chat. So please be sure to log into your Gmail account and come chat along with us. Well, today's Fun Fold is actually a super fun 3D project. It's a cute door hanger treat holder. This is great for the kiddos for the holidays, great for a coworker gift, college student, actually anyone really. And you know what actually be fun for a mommy and daddy, a new mommy and daddy, adding that mommy juice and daddy juice into this. I know a couple of years ago it was really popular in our area to have boozed baskets, and you create a fun neighbor basket to add little beverages for the parents and then candies and treats for the kiddos. So this is actually really fun for all ages. So let's go ahead and show you what we are playing with today. We are actually playing with the Tricks and Treats bundle, and this can actually be found on page 50 in the holiday mini catalog. Look how adorable these little treat holders it makes. It actually has a die that cuts out the treat holder. So we actually might make another treat next week on our Fun Fold, but we are definitely going to be playing with these next week for my card class to go. I have some cute card ideas. We are actually also playing with the Zany Zoo collection designer paper. Unfortunately, the paper that goes along with this is not orderable, so I pulled in the black and white from the Zany Zoo, but let me show you really quick. For if you do happen to have this paper, you can certainly play with this, but look how cute this paper is. So I can't wait till that gets back in stock and maybe get some last minute treats made. So let's go ahead and get our pieces out that we are using. We have, make sure you're going to have, now remember all the cards or all the sizes and dimensions are on my blog post at cardsbytlc.com today. So please be sure to check that out. Also, the link is in the description box below. So if you miss a size, go ahead and head over to my blog post. So we are starting with a piece of Parakeet Party that is cut at 5 1/4 by 11. You're going to have 6 pieces of designer paper. Now you can have two of the same or two different designs like I did, or you can have all the same design. But we will have one piece that is cut at 2 1/4 by 6. You're going to have a piece that's 2 1/4 by 2 7/8. You're going to have a 7/8 by 2 7/8 piece. You're going to have a 1 by 6 piece, a 1 by 2 7/8 piece, and a 7/8 by 2 7/8 piece. So those are your pieces that you need on the project for today. We are actually also going to be playing with the deckled circles. Look how amazing these circles are. So we're actually playing with the 5th from the smallest of the deckled circles, and that's going to create the circle for your door hanger. Now, if you don't have the deckled circles, no problem. Just use any circle, punch, or die that you may have. So we're going to start off by scoring our cardstock. Let's get these pieces just out of the way for right now. Over here, let's bring in our paper trimmer. And we're going to start off along the 5 1/4 inch side. We're going to start off by scoring at 1 inch. Line that up at the 1 inch mark. Come on. So 1 inch, and then we are going to go down to 4 1/4. And basically that adds up to the other 1 inch side. So you can do the 1 inch and 4 1/4, or you can do 1 inch on either side. Now we're going to rotate our cardstock along the 11 inch side, and we're going to score at 3 inches and 4 inches. Next, what we are going to want to do is we're going to want to slide your cardstock down to the 7 inch line, and keeping it at the 7 inch line, we're going to be scoring up to this first score line and then down to that 1 inch score line. So let's just go ahead and go up to that first score line. I'm going to bring that up so I don't score it all the way then. Then we're going to come down to that 1 inch score line. So keeping it lined up at that 7 inch mark, you're going to score just down to that score line and up to that 1 inch score line. You're not going to score all the way through. Okay, let us go ahead and bring in our bone folder and start creasing up those edges, because we are creating a box. And anytime you create a box, you definitely want to reinforce those edges. Okay, now that that's done, what we are going to want to do is we're going to basically be removing these 2 side pieces. So you're going to come up to that score line and cut that off. So let's bring in our larger scissors. Now you can line that back up on the 1 inch mark again if you choose to do so of your paper trimmer. But I'm just going to bring in my scissors and quickly just cut that off. Okay, now what you're going to want to do, I'm actually going to do that off to the other side too. Do that first. Come on. Oh, well, that's fun. That's okay. That's gonna be hidden a little bit, so you're okay there. And I think I'm gonna trim this off just a little bit better because I didn't line that up very well. I could still see my score line, and that's kind of bugging me. And then that way we can make that nice and even. Now what I'm going to also want to do is come in and kind of angle cut these pieces off right here. And just kind of come in at a slight angle, what we call martyr. And anytime you make a box, it's easier for your box to assemble if you kind of cut those at an angle. So now what we're going to be coming down to these 3 inch mark and our 4 inch mark and cut up these tabs. And again, you're going to want to come in at just a slight angle and martyr those edges. And see how it kind of gives it a slight tab. And it, again, that just makes your box fold a little bit easier. Come up here. Come up here. up at an angle. Come on, little pieces. Okay, let's get our scissors out of the way and our pieces. Okay, next what we're going to do is we are going to decorate the inside of our designer paper. Now you could have cut a solid piece if you only used the same pattern, and that's perfectly fine. You definitely could have done that, but since I used two different patterns, I just went ahead and did two separate pieces. Now you would definitely want to use maybe some liquid glue for this step, only because it's just easier for me in my personal preference. I like to allow that wiggle room, and if I use a seal adhesive, once I lay it down, it sticks. So it's just easier, and it gives you just a few more seconds of allowing that wiggle room. So come in here, just leave a slight border around the edge. Okay. Now you can either wait until the box is put together to decorate the front of the box, but I just find that it's a lot easier to just fold this up and just continuing on with our decoration. Okay, making sure I have the right pieces. Then we're going to come up here, and we're basically continuing on with that decoration. Go. And line that up. Basically, you want to line up your edge pieces. Okay, now I typically would have pre-cut this ahead of time in my videos, but this step actually needs to be, since I didn't want to waste continuing on and just doing it ahead of time. So we're going to bring in our big boy, our big cut and emboss machine, because unfortunately, I don't think even with these side panels folded up, it would go through. I mean, it could, but it's just easier to bring in the big boy. So what you definitely want to do, again, this is the 5th to the smallest circle. You're going to want to evenly line that up evenly, because as you can see on my original, I didn't center that very well. So you definitely want to center that up, and then just cut on through. Are we centered? Let me. There we go. Now you could lay down a piece of washi tape or Post-it tape, and I think that's probably what I'm going to do because it keeps moving on me. Hold on just one second. Oh, you know what? I have a Post-it flag right here. Let's just hold that down so it, once it's centered, rather than, because when I lay that top plate down, and I apologize for the shaking, I'm trying to do it as slow as I can so it doesn't shake. Okay, there we go. And that looks great. And if you want to keep this circle piece for another project, that would make a great little background piece for another project. But let's get this out of the way. And now we're going to come in with our tear and tape. We're going to flip our project over and we're going to add tear and tape to these backside tab pieces. Just a couple. You could have done down the side pieces. I'm just doing it this way, but you just want to have a good amount of tear and tape on there. Just a couple of pieces will do you just fine. Let's fold those down. Now we're going to, before we do the release tape, I'm going to go ahead and add our tear and tape on the side panels. And then that way that's just done and out of the way, and it's just easier to add the tear and tape while the box is flat. So we will go over that in just a second. I wish I was really quick. I know some demonstrators are quick and just really easy on the tear and tape, but not me. I always struggle with that. So again, 2 strips on the back side, flip that over, and 2 strips along the front side. But we're going to go ahead and release our pieces right here first. Take your pick tool. Last week I really struggled with this release tape. So hopefully, because I'm using my take your pick tool this time, it'll just make things a lot easier. Yeah. Nice. Okay, now we are going to fold our box up. We're going to take the inside tab and put that on the inside of our box. So we are going to line that up like so. And then come in here again on the inside piece, line that up. We're going to come in. See what I'm saying? You would have had to add the tear and tape with the box sitting up like this. So it's just easier to add the tear and tape ahead of time. The release tape off. Come on, little guy. There we go. Now we're just going to fold up those edges and bring your finger in so it acts as like a hold piece while you push down those edges. Bring in your finger and hold that down. Now we're going to come in with, well, that was fun. That didn't line up very nicely. It moved on me. I think what I'm going to do, I might be able to save that piece. I think I can save this piece. I didn't wait for that glue to dry up a little bit, so we're just gonna hold that down for just a second. Let that hold. Now we're going to come in with our side panel pieces and decorate the sides. Now you don't have to do this step, but I just like my whole box. Might as well go with the whole theme and decorate everything the same. And then we can decorate the fronts. There we go. Okay, now let's bring in our little original. We happen to have a Frankenstein on the front. However, I thought maybe it'd be kind of cute. And as a little girl, I used to watch the Munsters. So we've got Eddie and Herman Munster, in my opinion. Here's little Eddie and then Herman Munster. So I thought it would be fun, instead of just doing our Frankenstein by himself, let's go ahead and bring in some Eddie and Herman. So this stamp set, our little Frankenstein Herman, is one solid image. Now Eddie is actually two pieces. He is actually his face and then his hairline piece. So what I did to make things a lot easier is just line that up on my grid sheet, and then just added to my block all at once. So it's just a lot easier to do that. And you definitely want to use a piercing mat or some sort of cushion to get that solid image. If for whatever reason you do not get a solid image with your Memento black ink, I had a dark basic black blending pen, and I just kind of finished coloring him in, so I got a more darker coverage. I stamped little Eddie on Fresh Freesia, and then Herman on the Parakeet Party. And then this does come with a cute little die for the trick or treat, but in order to have everything fit, I just stamped it on basic white and then just trimmed it down accordingly. So we are not stamping on camera. I went ahead and did that just to save just a little bit of time, but we're going to kind of lay this out and see how we are going to add. I think I can get both of them on there. Yeah, I think if I go up in the corner here, let's put our trick or treat down in the corner first and foremost. And again, I used some pieces of foam adhesive sheets because I am popping it up. I just wanted to give it a solid layout. So I have a couple of these little scrap pieces that I used. These foam adhesive sheets, if you don't have them in your crafting arsenal, are game changer. You get 6 sheets of the foam adhesive, and you just cut them up and add them to your projects. It makes things a lot easier. So you're not using a bunch of Stampin' dimensionals. I love my Stampin' dimensionals, don't get me wrong. But when I have like pieces like this, it just makes things a lot easier. Okay, now we are going to come in with Herman. And I originally popped him up, but I think I might just glue him down below the treat so it lays nicer. And then I might pop Eddie up. So I think I'm going to glue him down. And then come in here at an angle, and then we will find maybe a piece. Yeah, that piece actually fits perfect. And then we will pop little Eddie up. that. Yes. There we go. So cute. And of course, we can't forget our candy. Got a little Lifesaver gummies, Skittles gummies. Again, that would hold 2 cute adult little mommy and daddy juice. But we are making this kid friendly. And this would be cute. It has actually a candy corn die. You can do some candy corns. And it has the word boo. So it'd be cute if you did BOO and then you could handwrite ZED. Or if you have the little alphabet dies, continue on. But there is our project. So cute, right? Well, I want to thank you all for stopping by. I sure hope that you give this treat box / funfold a try. And if you do, please be sure to tag me. I would love to see your creations. I'm at Cards by TLC on all social media platforms. And if you enjoyed today's project, I would love for you to make sure you hit that like button on my video. That helps my channel grow. And if you know of anyone that would like to watch my weekly lives, please be sure to share my channel with them. Again, that helps me grow so much. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and help me reach my 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We are over halfway there, so I appreciate you all. And be sure to click that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and be sure to join me for some more Halloween fun with this bundle next Thursday on my weekly card class to go, and then again next Friday for more creative fun. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone.